Hi and welcome to this YouTube video. So in this video, we're going to talk about the do while loop. Now, the do while loop is very similar to while loop, and you will rarely be using it in programming. But the difference between the do while loop and the while loop is that the condition is checked last and the operation is run first. So if we look at the previous video example, anytime a while loop is about to be run, the condition is checked first and then the code block is run secondly. But in a do while loop, what happens is that the code snippet inside the while loop is run first and then the condition is checked last. So I'm just going to give an example in order to explain what I mean by this. So let's say, for example, we want to ask a user to enter a positive number, and we're going to continue asking the user to enter a positive number while the number that they enter is less than zero. Is less than zero. So what we're going to do first is that we're going to create a variable, and then we're going to just call it num. So what we now need to do is we're going to write the do while loop right now. So we're going to say do, and then we're going to open this curly braces like this, and we're going to print out enter a positive number. Enter a positive number. And then after this, I'm just going to use the scanf to collect the number from the user. So I'm going to say %d and %d comma and %num, because we're trying to assign the whatever the user enters num a variable. Now the next thing that we now need to do is we need to write the condition, and we need to say while num is less than or equals to 0. Now let's explain what exactly is happening here. So we said do printf enter a positive number, and then we collect the user from the user, and then we say while the number is less than or equals to 0. So it means that while the user enters any number that is less than, or instead of less than or equals to 0, let's remove the equals to. So while the user enters any number that is less than 0, we want to perform this operation. So the only difference between a while loop and a do while loop is that the operation is performed first, then the condition is checked later. So what we are now simply going to do at the end is we're going to say printf you entered %d. I'm going to put a comma and pass in num right there. So if we run this code right now in the terminal to see how it works, now you are going to see that it first prints out enter a positive number. I'm going to enter like -4, for example, and you see that when I enter -4, it's asking me again to enter a positive number. If I say -5, it says the same thing. -200, it says the same thing. But the moment I enter a positive number like 1, it prints out you entered 1 and the program ends. So that's basically what a do while loop does. It performs the operation first, then it checks the condition after. So this is just like a very simple example where we are asking the user to input a number, and then we check if the number is less than 0. And if it is less than 0, it goes back to this do block and it executes it. So we're saying do enter the number while the number is less than 0. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section and I will reply you.